Sentencing delayed in the federal Tyre Nichols case after the judge in charge suddenly recuses himself in the 11th hour. Good evening, I'm Joyce Peterson.
And I'm Joy Redmond. The 5 former Memphis cops convicted after Nichols' deadly beating were scheduled to be sentenced this week, but now things have changed. Action News 5's Amani Williams joining us live now. Amani, what are the attorneys saying?
Well, I've spoken with the lawyers involved in the case and some outside this case. They all say this is rare and unique. They said it's rare for a judge to preside over an entire trial, then recuse himself. So there has been a lot of back and forth on what to do next. 5 former Memphis police officers convicted federally in the case involving Tyre Nichols' death, still waiting to be sentenced. The latest update in the case, a status conference scheduled with Chief Judge Cheryl Littman for Friday. According to court records, she is the judge now assigned to the case after Judge Mark Norris recused himself Friday. The reason for the recusal is under seal, so those questions of why Norris recused himself are still unanswered.
So it's fairly rare for the judge to preside over the trial and then for a conflict to pop up.
Criminal defense attorney Mike Working says this recusal is uncommon and the reason why could vary.
It may not always be a sinister thing, but the rules are the rules, and when it's a big case like this that the entire city and community is watching, usually people are on sort of discretion is the better part of bravery. It's better just to step aside and not have a whole big mess where everybody gets questions about the integrity of the system.
Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Justin Smith, Emmett Martin III, and Desmond Mills were all scheduled to be sentenced federally this week for their conviction. Norris's recusal creating another delay in the sentencing since the federal trial ended 9 months ago. Attorney for Bean, John Keith Perry, said in a statement, quote, Judge Norris's recusal creates a situation that is governed by Rule 25 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure. It is a very rare occurrence. We, of course, will follow the instructions of the court, new judge, as instructional orders are issued accordingly, end quote. Now, Rule 25, that explains that a new judge can take over the duties of the case after the trial if the original judge who presided over the trial cannot anymore due to absence, death, sickness, or any other disability. Live in studio, Imani Williams, Action News 5.
All right, Amani, now those 5 former officers were scheduled to be sentenced today. We have been in court every day of their trials, and we will bring you the latest until their sentences are handed down. For all of our coverage, you can head to actionnews5.com. That is where you can click on the Tyre Nichols tab.